wait for the live to build up a bit. It's 8 o'clock. We're gonna wait a bit, let the live build up. Share the live, please. Share the link. Okay, one person is on. Gonna give it a minute. Hi guys. It's 8 o'clock. Rock on, come in. We're gonna start 8:01. How you guys doing? Okay, let's start. Lord, help us to be patient and kind towards others. Help us not to boast when I'm right or be proud when others are wrong. Help us not to be rude. I don't want my love to be self-seeking or easily angered. And Lord, convict me if I start keeping a record of wrongs. For I desire that my love will always rejoice with the truth. Help us to have faith, hope, and love, ever increasing and ever growing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It doesn't envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hope, always preserve, and never fail. Corinthians 13-8. This is the word of the Lord. I want to say happy birthday if you're celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday. May God continue to richly bless you. Eddie Trotman, happy birthday. Charlene, happy birthday. And all those who are celebrating birthdays today on my timeline, happy birthday. If you had a birthday, we can go on. I want to say happy birthday to you too. And may you just continue to shine and let the Lord, touch you. Sherry, how you doing? Down in Louisiana, how are you? It's hot down there? Yes, today New York was hot, but it's not too bad. This afternoon, I think the nights are hot and the evenings are kind of cool. So it's not that bad. So Motivational Monday, where each one teaches one. Our topic today will be stop existing and start living. And you can join into the topic and we can talk. Our goal on Motivational Monday here is to educate and empower anyone regardless of their race, culture, ethnicity, or faith, struggling with an assortment of life adversities. We believe education enlightens dark paths, less traveled, and liberate a sense of hopelessness. We believe the safety of transparency illuminates and activates the true meaning of caring, sharing, unveils, and emancipate wholeness. Our group Motivational Monday sessions are designed to introduce our myriad of information, life topics that surround individuals, our families, communities, and nation. Your contribution is uplifting and supporting others in their struggles and will be appreciated if you guys give us feedback. All right? So myself and Philia, continue to provide the highest standards of service and comfort as our conversation exceeds your expectation, achieving the highest quality and constant mission. So this is our mission statement for Motivational Monday. I hope you guys like it. All right. Hi, Colleen. You're on your way home from work. Be safe. Get home safe. So the word of this week is flummox. Flummox meaning speechless, completely unable to understand, utterly confused or perplexed. Once again, the word of this week is flummox. All right? So we're going to just discuss a little health tip. Phil is not with us today. She had a flight, so she's not with us today. But hopefully next week, God willing, she will be with us. So our health tip for this week, and I want to say happy July month. The time is going so quickly. We're already in July. All right. Thank you, Florida in the house. Yes, Mr. Joseph. Food to always avoid if you have diabetes. Diabetes is a serious disease caused by impairment in the production of the hormone insulin, which causes elevated blood sugar levels. Good night, Marina. Uncontrolled high blood sugar levels causes damage to the organs, nerves, and other blood vessels, which may introduce serious complications such as nerve damage, kidney damage, cardiovascular damage, stroke, foot damage, skin condition, hearing impairment, and Alzheimer's diseases. While it is unfortunate that diabetes has no known cure, it is treatable and manageable with a healthy diet lifestyle. Some fruit have more sugar than others. Individuals with diabetes do not have to avoid all whole fruits because it is the total number of carbohydrates consumed that matters. Good night, Carrie. For this reason, fruits containing fewer carbohydrates can be consumed in large portions, whereas fruits containing more carbohydrates should be consumed in smaller portions. In general, whole fruits contains nutrients and fiber, which makes them desirable food choices for diabetes patients. However, in food product, much of the nutrients and fiber is processed out, and remaining products usually contain concentrated phosphate, which makes blood sugar spike. Thus, although diabetes patients can eat natural fruits in moderation, it is best for them to avoid processed fruit and fruit product. All right? So that's my health tip for you guys today. So guys, I was studying what topic to give you guys because I don't have a guest this week. And something came to my mind. And I was talking to my girlfriend up to yesterday, and she was like, Phyllis, I'm really starting to enjoy my life now. She knows who she is, so this is dedicated to her, my bestie. And I felt a sense of peace that we in our 50s now, and she now getting to really enjoy her life. And I want to say, continue to enjoy your 50s. It's a good feeling, right? So today we're going to talk about how to stop existing and start living. Are you tired of feeling like you're simply going through the motions? Perhaps the monetary of your everyday life has you feeling depressed and unfulfilled. Unfortunately, a lot of people think this way. They feel like the only object is to work, pay bills, and one day pass away. However, existing instead of living leads to wasted time, and miss opportunities for your true purpose and happiness. No matter how cliche it sounds, life is meant to be experienced to the fullest. And Anthony is saying, one of my friends, Dr. Solomon, came from Tobago 2 weeks ago for medical appointment. We spoke last night, and this morning he went into a diabetic coma. This morning his wife, doctor did CPR, rushed him to the hospital, and he died at 1 p.m. today. Oh, please accept my condolences, Anthony. Wow. Dr. Solomon, wow. May his soul rest in peace. And guys, and that's what I'm trying to bring to you guys today. How do you get out of the rut, the cycle or mindset of simply existing? Check out these advices, all right? Be honest about who you are and love it. There is no perfect person on this face of the earth. No matter what people, the media, social media, or society tell you, everyone has flaws, faces challenges, and makes mistakes. Be honest rather than pretending to be something you are not, or portraying a lifestyle that don't lead. Sure, you have imperfections, makes mistakes, and deal with obstacles, but you are a fantastic, unique made to handle all things. And today I saw my friend Marina, she's on, and she had something on her Facebook page, and I told her I'm going to steal it, and I'm going to read it for you guys, because I think it was so interesting that it came that we're talking about today, right? So I'm going to read what Marina put up today on her post. No one, I mean no one, is better than anyone else. And my heart is sad for those who think they are. No matter how big your house is, how new your car is, or how much money sits in your bank account, we all bleed red, and we will eventually fade from this earth. Death has no discrimination, and neither should your life. Be kind to others. We are all here to serve. Stop the power tripping. Your oversized ego won't get you anywhere. Be humble and kind. Very few will read this far, but you are genuine. I challenge you to copy. Most won't, because they are the type of people I'm talking about. We all need to be reminded of this. I had to copy and paste and be true. And I want to say, I love when I saw this today and Marina put it. I was like, damn. Like Marina knew what I was going to speak about today. And the topic was, stop existing and start living. Start living and start enjoying you. Because let me tell you, life is not going to wait for you. Life keeps going. The world is wrong. Yesterday is gone. We can't pick up from yesterday. You understand? So what you could do today, don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow, you remember, is no promise to you or me. All right? So Marina, thank you for that one. And I just had to share it to the viewers tonight. Identify your purpose and your passion. Why would anyone want to serve to live a fulfilling life if they don't know their purpose? What is your purpose? What you're on this earth to do? It is time to discover what lights your fire. What lights your fire? What qualities, attributes, and skills do you possess that positively contribute to society? What problems can you solve? What experiences can you draw to help others? You are welcome anytime. Thanks for sharing it to others. No problem, my darling. This show, you know, Marina, is about each one teach one. And when I see something and I love it, I share it to others, because I'm a kind of person like that. I love to share. But that was a very, that's why I tell you, I'm stealing and reposting. All right? Don't be afraid to dream. Good night. Good night. Good night, Esbert, my sister from Trinidad. Don't be afraid to dream big as you think about these questions. There is nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Are you passionate about the environment and want to use your skills to start a non-profit that educates the community on eco-friendliness? Go for it. Perhaps you want to turn experiences as a member of the LGBTQ community into a blog that provides support for others. At the end of the day, when you identify your passion and purpose, you have a foundation that inspires you to live, to inspire you to do others. If you have children and you want to go on field trips and you do different things, when you have kids, when you have young kids and you want to do stuff, get a club, get a mother club, you know, get the children, get them going to play dates, get them educational stuff. You understand? So what is your purpose? The topic today is stop existing and start living. All right? Leave society on the sidelines. A life lived based on opinion and expectation of others is a horrible existence. Stop living for people. Live for you. Stop just existing. You're just in this world. You're going to work. You come home. You cook. You clean. You sleep. You get up. You're doing the same thing over and over for years. Stop it. Start to live a little. Spend that money a little on yourself. It's exhausting and impossible to accomplish. This type of lifestyle ultimately leads to disappointment, despair, and resentment. It's impossible to put society on the sidelines. While this doesn't mean you shouldn't stop caring about others or that getting an outside opinion can't be helpful, it doesn't mean reducing your power society has over your life. Brooklyn in the house, Bets. Start living for yourself and be unapologetic about it. Make decisions that add value to your life and purpose. Most importantly, do what you enjoy and continue to pursue happiness every day. Good night, Juanita. Let's go. Let go of your past and get help if necessary. Stop be living in your past. Stop be living in your past. Too many people live in the past and the past is gone. You cannot pick back up the past. Alright? Likely one of the most significant factors that keep you in the rut is your past. When you allow things you experience to be the center of your attention, it weighs on you emotionally and physically. Before you know it, you go for existing to trying to survive everything from a health problem to mental illness and addiction. Let go of your past. Accept it for what it is. Learn what you can and heal open wounds. If you need assistance, whether from a relative, friend, support group, therapist, religious leader, a mentor, life coach, or a Sabon detox center and other addiction programs, do what you must to move on. When the past is no longer a factor, you are inspired to step out and take a chance on life. You were not pure here to simply exist. Your primary purpose in life is not to work and to pay bills. No. Survival is only part of the equation, not a constant. Living life to the fullest becomes the overall objective when you understand these concepts. As you begin to choose living over existing, you will discover how precious and worthwhile life really is. And as Anthony said earlier on, that one of his friends passed away. I mean, a lot of people just existing, afraid to come out, afraid to talk to people, afraid of a lot of stuff. But I want to say, fear is a snake. You gotta come out and you gotta mix with people. You got to congregate if you go to a synagogue, a mosque, a church, you have to socialize with other people. This world wasn't made for us to just be a hermit and live away from people. We could deal with people. We have the world, but we don't have to live in the world, but we still have to function in the world, if you understand what I'm saying, right? So, how to stop merely existing and start living the lifestyle that you want? Are you living your life constantly counting down the days until the next weekend or until your next vacation? Do you keep putting your dreams off or feel like you have goals but struggling to achieve them? Like you are just getting through your day but not actually accomplishing the things that would make you really happy? Or would you make your life feel fulfilled and meaningful? If that is you, you might feel that you are merely existing, but not fully living, not taking advantage of experiencing your life to the fullest. And why would you want to let your one unique life go by without truly living? Every single life is a beautiful day. You wouldn't. But if you can feel tricky to get out of the space and step into the life you actually imagine for yourself, luckily there's a solution for you. All right? And the solution is, one, connect with yourself. Connecting with yourself is an important step of your journey to start living the life you really want. You can start by learning to be present. Learning to be present. You hear that word? Not in the past. Learning to be present. To notice and appreciate the little moments of your life that are happening right now that brings you joy and fulfillment. What brings you joy and fulfillment? Anybody could tell me that in the chat? I would say what brings me joy and fulfillment is getting up each day and thanking God that I am alive in the land of the living, because it is a pleasure and God have mercy for us to see a new day. Many sleep, but we get up when the day comes. Right? Remember, no man know the time or the hour. No man know the time or the hour the master ready for us. Just like what Anthony say. You understand? Some people go to sleep last night thinking they have plans for today and they die in the sleep. So what are you thankful for? I believe in taking and talking. Stop keeping things inside. Love yourself first. Okay? Good, Carrie. Helping others and seeing others happy. Yes, Marina, I would say that. You understand? Donada is saying self-care and self-love, and that is where it starts. You know, we have to start somewhere. We just don't want to exist. We have children. We need to take them out, take them to the park. You understand? Don't let them live this life. Not only you want to be fulfilled, but when you have children too, take them on a vacation. Okay, vacations are expensive. Take them on a road trip. You have Pennsylvania. You have New Jersey. You have Connecticut. You understand? Plan a little road trip. Gas is not that expensive that you can't really not spend time with your kids. Marina is saying sometimes we forget ourselves and get so exalted in others. Yes. So that's why we have to, as Donata says, self-care. We have to continue taking time for ourselves and just not existing, working, coming home, you know, just doing the basic, and you're not, you know, saving all this money for retirement. From the time you reach retirement, people die. I don't know why. Every time I work with somebody and they're saying, okay, I'll retire when I'm 60, I'll retire when I'm 70. Well, the new 60 is the new 50 because, you know, that's the age now. But all I'm saying is they don't live to enjoy the money for retirement. So why wait to retire? I always say, do not wait to retire to travel. Your knee ain't good, your back ain't good, your foot ain't good. Why are you waiting to retire to do things? You don't know what tomorrow will bring. Take a trip, take a road trip with your kids and do stuff. You know, that's your purpose. You will leave a legacy with your kids. Do things with them. You know, take them out of the box. Take them to swimming. A lot of black people doesn't take the kids to swimming. If you know you can't swim, which the average, you know, West Indian can't swim, take the kids. Spend that money. They have a lot of free services around your communities. I'm sure that you could take the kids. It's school closing right now. A lot of school closed. Atlanta been closed up. New York now closing up. The Caribbean closing up. Take your child. We used to go vacation Bible school. Children don't do that anymore. We used to go. We had to go. My mother will say, okay, and we used to go in the Baptist church. I learned plenty songs going to St. Bernard Baptist Church on my street. We used to have to go VBS, Vacation Bible School. And that is where I'm saying you build your foundation and you give these children. These children nowadays are very lost, you know. So you have to just keep with your young children. Keep talking to them. You know, we have to create memories with your family. And it's truth. Thank you, Jason, for locking in. Act and grow. Living your life to the highest potential requires action. It requires action to live your potential life. The next step on your journey to your best life is to take daily action that align with your vision. You have to have a vision. When you are intentional about taking aligned action, you also become aware of the barriers and roadblocks that is holding you back. Now is the chance to acknowledge them, accept them, and work with them. This allows you to continuously develop yourself, uncover what you are capable of while building up confidence and self-esteem. Align your action means saying yes to the life you want to be living and saying no to everything that is taking you off course. The good news is that you can start easy. Start with one action per day, then build up over time. I know Kerry had the opportunity of going to Dubai the other day. And Kerry was so excited. She told me, you know, she was so happy. Good night, Andy. Good night, Andy in the house. You know, to travel. You know, she works hard and she takes time. If it's one holiday a year, you know, people say, oh, I can't afford it. It's a lot of things we can't afford in life. And we have bills we have to pay. We have lights, we have gas. You know, we have insurance. We have car note. We have rent. We have mortgages. We have health insurance. We have a lot of bills. But if you could just take, you know why I like other people? They don't care. They will take a loan for a vacation, but they and the family going somewhere. You understand? You can't just stay and say, you know what? Gosh, I have a bill today. I can't do this. You know, I want to do my nails. I can't do my nails today. No. You have to make a choice to take a chance on your life, or else it will never change. It's truth, Marina. Marina, and I want to say congratulations on your new small business. You know, if you want a designer, you know, the 3 C's to live. Sometimes I know it's hard for some people to take vacation, but you have all ways of planning it. It's truth, and you can plan it within a year too. And then don't worry, Expedia.com. It have a layaway plan that you can pay till you finish. So when your vacation come up, right? You're not owing, you'll be good to go on your vacation. If you do a cruise, all inclusive, food is included. If you're a drinker, you pay extra for your drink package. You can take your family. All the cruises leave from Florida most of the time. We have cruises leaving from New York also. So it's not to say that you have to go to Florida to take a cruise, right? And another is saying some people die with a bank account full with money that they will never use. And that is what I'm saying. So we have to stop existing, start living, start spending your money on you and your children. And Marina is saying JetBlue also have payment plans for vacation. Right? So you have no excuse about not going away. Start small. Take a trip to Florida. Florida have how many? They have Orlando, they have Tampa, they have Miami, they have Port St. Lucie, they have West Palm Beach, they have the Keys, they have Sarasota. Going to Florida on a little trip, you rent a car because you know you have to be driving because you don't want to be calling Uber. So I hope that you are a driver. You could get a reasonable car to rent. And if you have a family, you could ease up on the money, you rent a car, and you go, and you spend your little time. It's 3 hours from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, where they can see Disney World. They can experience it. You could go to Tampa. It have the Epcot, I think, in Tampa. You could do things. You have the beaches. You have Pensacola. You have Destin. You have Panama City. And it's blue waters. They're close to Mexico, so the waters, they are nice. So don't say you can't do it. Treat yourself. It's simple. A simple picnic with your children. Carrie is saying. A simple picnic. A simple just going to the park. You know, you carry them sometimes to a little game. How many children, you know, don't have that, you know, that feeling of going out? Get them out of the house instead of giving them a tablet. Have conversation with them. I had the pleasure of this weekend going to Long Island and hanging with some kids. And let me tell you, Donata have a daughter and she's only 4. 4? How old is Serenity? Donata, I think 4. Anyhow, she is so intelligent and asks questions. My next girlfriend, Petra, her son, Petra said he asks questions for everything, but that is how you know your children intellect. 4. Okay, she's 4. And Serenity, and I watch her, and the way she carries about 4 years old, you know, and that is because she takes her kid away. She takes time. She came home. She did very good in school. You know, when the children do good, reward them. She came home with, just imagine she in kindergarten or going up whatever grade, and she gets student of the month or the year, best. Oh, she came flying. And I told him, I say, take her to Paris, to Disney. It have a Euro Disney there. Reward her. You have the flying benefits. Take her, let her see the world. You understand? Don't just limit your children. You know, Cape Coral in Florida is beautiful. Yes, Florida, I think everybody could take a vacation, go to Florida, and you could drive from state to state, you know, or whatever they have up there. All right, so stop limiting yourself. All right, reflect to evolve. After you have started to live internally, focus on your vision. You will need to make the time to reflect and to sit in silence. While you listen to yourself and really hear yourself, you can ask, am I moving in the right direction? Am I moving to the life I want to create for myself? When you learn to understand and process your emotion, they will be your compass that will tell you if something is not working. Try not to get stuck. Don't overthink it in your habits. You know how your habits is. Get away from the stinking thinking and your routine. Instead, stay aware of them and regularly up-level them by serving you better. Try something new. Trips upstate and stay in cabins. Yes, and I still want to go camping. I'm open for it. Still waiting for my crew to but it have glamping. It have something called glamping now. I was looking at it, and if you see how fancy that them cabin is when you go glamping, okay? So Dane, Afia, Philia, all right, we gotta go glamping. All right. Live and contribute. Now you are staying focused, present, and true to yourself. Through this new way of living, you will create a life where you feel perfectly alive. Some people feel like if they're dead, you know, they just exist in the day. They're never happy. You ask them how you doing today, I ain't doing good. They're never doing good. They always have negativity. Don't try to be those kind of people. Good night, Nicole. Create the life you feel perfectly alive, where you know your value and worth, and where you pursue your dreams with passion and confidence. When you start living your life perfectly, align your vision, you will not only change yourself, but you will also influence positive change in the world around you. By doing what you love and by putting it to use for a bigger or more important cause, you will achieve the highest level of joy and happiness, and will continue a life filled with meaning, fulfillment, and satisfaction. Implementing those 4 steps, you will help to go from existing to fully living. I know because I've done it myself, just like you. For many years, I was not truly living. I was simply existing, and I didn't realize it. I showed up confidentially at work, and still deep inside, I was full of doubts and insecurity. I completed my daily routines every day, but I was not experiencing life. Then one day I suddenly realized that I wasn't satisfied and that I deserve a better life. The realization led me to a 7-year journey back to myself, to discover who I really am, what I want, and what I am capable of. And this was how I did it. This journey has led me to creating Bravia, to help others achieve the same transformation, so that you can stop existing and start living. And if you are looking for more actionable ways of start your living, you can go to Google, download, and get more stuff. You can go through this exercise daily or anytime you feel like, and not living your life to the fullest. Small actions today will bring you big results tomorrow, and those results will exceed your wildest expectation. The truth is, the only thing you really need to do today is to take the first step of the path and unfold it for you. You understand? So again, stop just existing. Stop just wasting life and letting it pass you by. And like some people say, oh, fellas, I want your life. You don't want my life? You don't know my journey? Oh, I want to be, some people say, I want to be like you when I get big. How you mean you want to be like me when I get big? I'm Phyllis. I live my life to the fullest. I tell myself, I don't have any grandchildren. I'm not obligated to anybody. And I could do a trip a month and see somewhere new. So I am living to my fullest potential life. And people always watch me there, good night June, and think, well, oh my God, Phyllis gone again, whatever. I work for an airline. Next month I'm making 17 years. I did my dues so I could afford to travel and do what I want. Look at me, 48 hours I went to LA the other day. You understand? My friend was like, oh, you was there, you back? Yes, there's planes. Yeah, you could do that when you work and you work hard and you know that you deserve the best, And what I realized too is that we mothers, when our kids big, like my own, how he's grown and he's not in the house and he's gone, we are left alone. We are left alone to fend for ourselves, and you have to make the best of your life. I enjoy, this week I was like hungry. I went to a restaurant and I sit down and I eat by myself and I enjoy my own company. I go to the mall, I do my shopping by myself. You know what I mean? If I have a friend, most of my friends work, so I don't really have friends to really, like if I want to think. But I'm just saying, plenty things I do by myself, But I enjoy my company, and I'm not just sitting down waiting for someone. So I want you guys to take that leap of faith and just try to come into yourself, especially when we're getting older and we have no responsibility. I know some of you have pets, like my friend June. When she's going away, she has to put her dogs in a babysitter care because, when they travel. But some people can't hang by themselves. Some people know, like Anthony will tell you, he don't drink by himself. He have to have company to drink, whereas he don't drink. I myself am an occasional drinker. If I have company, I'll take a drink. Other than that, and my house is full of liquor. Them girls could tell you, right? But I'm just saying again, start living for you. don't worry about what anybody say. All right? Marina is saying, I'm not there yet. Still trying to do things by myself. Always think of safety and others may be watching. Marina, I want to tell you today. You get in there because I have seen the growth from since we become friends, and I've watched your journey and I'm watching you. I may not say things, but I have seen a lot of growth in you. And continue to move forward. You're doing great. And I want to say kudos to you. And I want to say that I have seen a change in you. And you're growing, and you're growing for the better. And if any one of your friends cannot see that, they are not your friends. If any one of your friends who was in your circle or is in your circle and can't tell you, hey, Marina, you know what? I've seen a change. What the spot you was in last year, you're not in it this year. That's a big change. Look from last year to now what you have accomplished. You accomplish a small business. You get a better job, a position in your job, right? So you're doing fine. You continue to climb that ladder. And always remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, said the Lord. And your true friends will stay, and the fake ones will go. All right? And you don't study about the fake ones that go in. You have your mother, your good support. You have your children, good support. You understand? And these are the things that you need to study. You have grown. I have seen growth. I've seen improvement. And continue climbing that ladder. You understand? Blessing upon blessing. All right? You got to let go and you got to move on. And, you know, my friend June could tell you too. June and I have been friends, let me say, for 18 years. And June was in a big position. We never let that come with our friendship. I would never jeopardize what she does to do a favor for me, to jeopardize her bread and butter. That's not friendship. Friendship is, she always got my back. Friendship is, I could call her if I have a problem. Friendship is, if I need somebody to cry to, I know I'm crying and she have to tell Tom, Dick and Harry. You understand? So you gotta choose your friends wisely, because let me tell you, there's a lot of envy and jealousy around friends. Trust me. You see them friends who like to run competition with friends, them is not good friends to have. You understand? You gotta watch your circle. And you gotta ask yourself, and you gotta talk to yourself. You gotta talk. I talk to myself a lot of times. And my true friends will tell you. You know, I'll give you an example. I went to church. I was to go to Bell all-inclusive. I had my ticket. And my girlfriend, she had an anniversary at her church. So I said to myself, you know what? Let me go. I went to work. From work, I went to church. I changed my skirt in the parking lot because, you know, I come from work. And when I went to that church, I'll tell you, oh yes, sitting right in your house and jealous. You, yes, Joan, I telling you. And that lady don't know me from Adam. And she came and she shook my hand, right? And she said, you know what? You will have a lot of people that jealous here. She said, people will judge you, but they don't know you. You understand? She said, but you are powerful. She said, and continue to do God work. She said, continue to do God work. And she don't know me from Adam. She just meet me in church. All right? But I just want to read what she sent me the other night. Right? To tell you, when God for you, nobody could be against you, Marina. You understand? She said, pleasant good night, Phyllis. It was a pleasure that our path crossed on Sunday. Always remember that nothing we do in life is by accident or by choice, but by the divine impartation of the higher power, which is Jesus Christ. I'm sorry that I didn't get to actually have a one-on-one with you, but God timing is not ours. Continue to empower those women. And I also want to know that God is going to set in the path topics and segment geared to young women dealing with various issues from brokenness, then to leading them, healing and restoring. You have what they need to help them remove and come out of those old sackcloth and ashes. I am hearing resurrection. You see, this is what she sent to me. And I just want to tell you, anybody out there tonight that don't believe in the higher power, trust in God today. People, when we grow older, our circle gets smaller, and your true and bona fide friends going to stick with you. They're going to encourage you. They're going to empower you. I have some power friends. Dane is one. Afia is one. Keisha is one. Philia is one. June is one. Debbie is one. Carlene is one. You understand what I'm saying? And they keep going. Sherry is one. Leandra is one. And I could tell you guys about some true friends I have. I could count mine on one hand. June is saying, not everybody is for you. Not everybody wants the best for you. You got to know. You got to feel out your friends. If you have a friend that always want, that is not a good friend. If you have a friend and you go out, okay, I'm doing this rounds, you do that rounds. You understand? We're going out for dinner, we split the bill. Whether you drinking alcohol or you ain't drinking alcohol, that have nothing to do with the bill. The bill, if it's 2 of us, it's splitting in half. If it's 4 of us, it's splitting in 4. You understand? So you got to know the people that you are wrong. My friends not cheap. I just always tell people that. I don't have no cheap friends. My friends, when we go out, we all have each other back. My friends will tell you I'm a giver, I'm a loving person. I don't let people in my circle. But if I for you, I for you. So you got to know who in your circle tonight. And just, you know, you have to know. Woman empowerment is a priceless and rare characteristic. Yes. And another, you learning my characteristic too, and I'm learning yours. You understand? And you know, Andy heading out. Great topic. Thank you, Andy. Yeah. You understand? So again, we as women, we have to stick together, and you must know who for you and who not for you. And these type of people who these days they're saying is your friend, as you fall down, they're laughing behind your back. As you turn your back, they're talking about you. Those are not good friends. And Rebecca is saying, know your circle. You have to know your circle. You have to know your circle. And some of these circles that you're in, this is just existing friends. You know? But the start living friends, you want those start living friends. You don't want the existing friends. Okay, we're going out and we drink, we're having a ball, we want thing, and after that, you ain't even calling to find out if I reach home safe. Every one of my friends, when we go out, we all, before anybody sleep, we say, hey, home safe. We call in. Afia, Phyllis, you inside? Dane, you inside? Rayan, you inside? Carlene, you inside? Adiola, you inside? Hey, Jay, you reach home safe. We have to be our brother's keeper if he's a friend. If we go a party, we all go together, we all going home together. Don't come to tell me, oh, Jim dropping me. No, you didn't go with Jim. No. And then I will get upset now because I bring you. Suppose Jim take you, you get in a car accident. That had to be on my stomach? No. So you have to know. You got to know your friends. You got to know. You got to know your circle. Watch out for the ones, when you're doing good, they start to pull back. Right? They cannot, like, and they're not calling you like before or texting you. That is a good one, June. I appreciate your words of wisdom this morning. Don't let anyone steal your joy. I just always say that today because then let me tell you, the enemy, he's there. He only come to steal, kill, and destroy. You know? And that's why we have to renew our thinking. You see, every morning when I come to work, while it's having my ears gospel. From the time I come out of my car and I get on that employee bus, from the time I leave here and I go upstairs and I jump in that car. I just start to pray. I just pray from my house to Delta parking lot. When I get to the parking lot, I get on the bus, I take out my headphone, and then I start my praise and worship. I have to get covered before, because you don't know what you're going to deal with. You understand? So you have to cover yourself, and you have to cover for your family. And you can't be a Christian today praying for somebody, and you and them are talking, and you're praying. No. In life, life's too short. You see how Anthony tell you his friend just died? Life is just nothing. When we go, that we nothing. So we have to love and appreciate, you know. I love how my phone not ringing less in my circle. Yeah, because you just know who is your friends. You just know them. I had a best friend for 30-something years, and that girl jealous me for nothing. And just imagine, I renting, she have her house, she have her husband, she had a white picket fence, and I couldn't understand. And you know what she said? Oh, everybody love you, everybody love you. And that girl stopped talking to me because everybody loved me. And I couldn't understand it. And then I say, you know what, Phyllis, that was not your friend. And we have meantime friends. We have friends who in the meantime, some we on the bus, as I just tell my friend Jason, we on the bus, but we getting off at different stop. Not everybody you could call your friend. Not everybody you could let in your home. Because you remember, your home is your castle. You don't want to let these thieves and disciples and thing in your castle. So you gotta know. You got to know. They're saying Ephesians 6:10. Good to read. Arm yourself. You have to. Jealous, misery, one company, and it's truth. All right. As I say again, know your values. When we know our values and create a life that aligns with them, we feel at peace. When I was drinking, I was living a life far removed from my values. No wonder I felt so distrustful and unhappy much of the time. Build your own operating system. Do you have your own unique system in place that ensure your mental and physical health is at best? This has been a circular part of me being in control of my moods, emotion, how I relate to others, and how I feel each day. Your operating system is the way your priorities, exercise, sleep, and nutrition. Start living more consciously. Notice what is happening inside you. What lights you up, what exhausts you, what triggers you, and what inspires you. When we notice what works and what doesn't, we can take steps to do more of the good stuff and less of not so good. If we are living on autopilot, we have no chance of being present and conscious. Let go of old beliefs. As an adult, we are allowed to let go of belief, values, rules, and opinion of other parents. But we really do. This work is so important to create a more meaningful life, identifying, challenging, and changing old belief in empowering. And after I say, many people not genuine or have your best interests at heart. Just one less person to care for. Just wish them the best. And I believe in that. And that's what I did, you know. But years after, her and I, we talking, but we would never be best friends again, because you're violated and you don't want a snake to bite you twice, right? So you love from a distance. That's my term. You love from a distance. Even family members, you love them from a distance. Okay? Do a life audit. Take time out and look back in, objectively assess how things are going, so you can make informed decision moving forward as how you want your life to be. We don't have to accept average. We don't have to live in a mediocre life. We can tweak changes, enhance, edit our lives through both the small and big ways, so that we feel aligned, content, fulfilled, and purposeful. You wake up flat, exhausted, and unmotivated. This is 3 signs of you just existing. 3 signs of you just existing. You wake up flat, exhausted, and you don't have no motive. You're just listless. You're slumbering, right? You feel numb, disconnected from what's going on in the world, and distant from the people in your life. You are missing spark, that thing that makes you feel creative, joyful, and inspired. So this is 3 things that you're just existing and you're not listening. And yes, loyalty is very important. Loyalty is number 1 in my book. From the time that break, the all fall, everything gone. The trust, everything, it gone. If you feel like you have been existing and not really living, you are not alone. Often when we give up drinking, we realize we need to live differently. And we are not sure who we are anymore. We need to figure out how to live rather just to exist. Alright? And what's the time? 55. Okay, we have 5 minutes again. Number 1. Quit that job you have been doing for years with a morose face. Nobody deserves to be unhappy for years at a stretch and call it life. Keep doing efforts, but while busting your butt to make some money, don't stop respecting yourself. Stop breathing for someone else. We make our lives by ourselves, for ourselves. It is our decision, our risk, our mistake that keep us walking towards the land of all things fine. But if we start to please everyone on our journey, our ultimate goal will become blur. We can't see. We will lose the track of our road. Yes, please them instead. Love them. Stay close with them. Because as we said, it is just one life. And it never comes with a present expiration date. But be close to people you love. Yes, please them. Love them. Stay close with them, because we said it is just one life and it never comes with a present expiration date. Respect your originality. All of us carry our own unique baggage of thorn and flowers. The day you start respecting yourself for what you possess and lack, you will start to take others' approval, disapproval, or yours with a pinch of salt. Make that call. Make that arrangement. Ditch worrying about things that aren't in your control. And the things that you are in control, what's the need to worry about them? Just make the effort. June. No amount of money will make you happy. You have to find your happiness, and quitting that job might be just what you have to do if you have to do it. And June is a prime example. And June is just going to give them a short story. When COVID started, June was one of the first person working, well, 25 years I would say, in Delta Airlines. And June, she took, we had an offer to stay home or whatever. And when June told me, Phyllis, I'm taking the package and I'm moving to Charlotte, I was like, what? Just so? And June take a leap of faith. And June retired. And June moved to Charlotte. And June is a prime example of not existing and just living. And she just took a leap of faith and just moved to this strange city. You know? And doing well after how many years now? You know? So, again, you have to live for you and do what you want to. And if you find getting up every day and going to a job and you're not happy, look for another career. You understand? And now she says she love it in Charlotte. You know? Because New York City is a hustle and bustle. You know, the game is on. The struggle is real. You understand? Charlotte more is a more laid back, you know, quieter life. No hustle and bustle. She could enjoy her 2 dogs. She have kids now. You know, I mean, she has a big son, but, you know, she have an extended family now. And June is doing fine. And I have many more friends. My niece, Terry-Ann, she picked up and just moved to Atlanta. My niece, Candice, Leslie Ann, and they just move out of state. So sometimes you have to do things decisions for your kids. Especially, I always say, if you have small kids, and New York is not the place because you may want them to run in the yard, have back, think about moving somewhere. Just take the leap of faith. Go. You can do it. You will make it. All right? Be brave. Don't let your dreams die out simply because they require the kind of money you don't own. Keep them alive. Work towards realizing them one step at a time. It will happen. At least do it a bit of trying so that there's no regrets when you reset on your deathbed. But on your way to realizing your dreams, don't forget to embrace the now. You can be traveling alone in a city bus on a hot Sunday. You can be laying on a stretcher with a broken leg. You can perhaps be feeling annoyed through and through. Regardless of the type of situation, embrace it. Don't ignore the feeling. Hug them tight. Go through it all. The pain and the happiness to emerge wise, experienced, and mature. But don't get stuck in now. Moments pass no matter how toxic or refreshing. They all passes. Learn to let go. Embrace your new now. Especially the toxic moment. The sooner you run away from them, the better. Because you deserve to be happy. And if you aren't happy, how would you ever be able to keep your loved ones happy? Be nice. Sure, you aren't here to impress those who walk on the road with you every day, but know nothing. But you are here to make yourself happy. And the glee that comes from being warm and nice to people without expecting anything in return is a feeling that stays unparalleled. And not that you should care, but it is not easy for people to remember the list of your achievement. It is the quality of your heart that they never forget. Same thing Marina was saying. She here to serve. Really, really listen to your heart. Because those who don't follow their heart don't really live. The true voice of your heart gets subdued in the thick of anger, temporary temptation, disgust, pride, extreme ambitiousness, work pressures, etc. Clear the clouds for a second and really listen to your heart. What would you want to do if they didn't hold a viral knife of burden near your throat? Would you be walking out in some street, taking the feel of the weather, playing with street kids, feeling happy? Listen to your heart then. Nancy saying, live your best life. No one say you are going to work against, but if you go on several vacations, they ask, you going away again? That's what I was telling them. Like somebody, every time they will say, oh my God, I want your life. You going again? Yes, you pay my vacation, you pay my bill. Why you minding my business? Just say, live through my eyes. You know what I mean, Nancy? Speak up before it is too late. Speak up. Stop dying while your heart is still pumping sufficient blood. Step aside from the wrong opinion being followed simply because they have the vote of the majority. Stay true to yourself and don't cut back from voicing what's right. You have one life. Don't let your voice die inside of you. Do not let your voice die inside of you. And number 14, on your longest list of goals, give happiness the top spot. Don't get into making money and attracting fame so bad that you forget what it is like to enjoy a happy quiet in talking to someone special, or what it is like to read a book, or to experience a blissful slumber. Give happiness the immense priority, and you don't have to live to achieve it. You just have to live it. It's that simple. And the most simple way to do so is by giving more attention to things you love, things that you do something to your heart, and by keeping a safe distance from things that instill in you the negative vibes. So, again, I hope that this topic helps someone today, and stop existing and start living the life that you deserve and living the life that you want to live. And Donata is saying, to corporate companies, we are a number. Never forget there is always someone standing by to take that number. Live your best life and prioritize yourself and your loved ones. Definitely did. Yes, and I think so too, because in my job I'm a number. If I get sick tomorrow, they have to have air traffic control, somebody will replace me. So, yes, we are only a number. Always remember that. Always remember, you don't own the job. Okay? You don't own the job. So don't feel like if you use Delta Airlines or Caribbean Airlines or Target or JCPenney. No. Or some topic that needs to be repeated at some point to reach others who needs to hear this. Okay, Marina, thank you. Love yourself. Yes, we have to love ourselves. Pamper yourself. Take care. Self-care is important. I know what I can tell you what I do all the time. I go and do my nails. I go do my toes. And my hair have to be on point. Anyhow, I'm a diva. And my job there is called me diva. I am. Because that's what makes me happy. The day that I'm not doing my toes and my nails, or they ask or they say, what happened to Phyllis? Okay? But I know about self-care. Juanita, you love the topic? Thanks. Yes. So, again, stop existing, guys. Start living. And change is a process. And the process starts today. Alright? Remember, each one teach one. Do a good deed. Love in the house. Love in the house. And next month, on the 26th of August, I have my annual barbecue blessing coming up. I'll be celebrating 19 years of blessing. Yes, 19. And the theme is denim. And it's only $50 with a bottle, and a premium bottle. So you're not going to bring Georgie and you want to drink Hennessy, please. Okay? So you're going to support the bar. And food will be included. Snacks will be included. Come out, guys. You know it's a good cause, because since I'm in this country, I've been doing my barbecue. It started off small, like a little hang for the people that have been around me for years, you know, and it grew and grew and grew, you know. So this is my way. This is my Thanksgiving of giving back. You know, I always give back, but this one, it used to be free, but I say I can't have anything free anymore because everything costs it. All right? But it's still affordable, and it's not for me. It's for the things, the DJ, the rhythm section, the bathroom, etc. It's not going in my pocket, okay? So support. So Phyllis Barbecue Blessing, and we are going to celebrate 19 years. And swag, oh, thank you, Donata. Yes, swag was amazing. Thank you again. Thank you for all my supporters. You know I deliver, all right? Remember, guys, if you want to hear a topic, shoot me a text. You got my number. Send me an inbox and we're going to chat. But I just want to say tonight, keep on living, guys. We here. Love yourself. Hug up on yourself. And Phyllis love you. Love in the house. Have a blessed, wonderful, safe week. If you're going out this weekend, be safe out there. I will be attending Brunch on the Greens. I'm supporting. They support me. I'm supporting who's supporting me, guys. All right. Night, night, everyone. Stay blessed up.